Thank you very much for the last battle. This is a thank you gift. MANHWA. Calm ho. Last time we met, I felt that this black wolf is extremely human. Now it seems that it is more than that. I guess I can understand it. It's a pity that I can't understand the language of the black wolf, otherwise, it will be more convenient to communicate, but fortunately, I've got the seal of slave beast now. MANHWA. Calm. Took. The black wolf has not yet been tamed. Slave beast seal can't be used, damn, for real. The black wolf is kind to me, and naturally I cannot use tame methods to treat it. It seems that I can only wait to talk about it later. MANHWA. Calm. It's a pity that I used too many points to redeem the seal of the slave beast. I came to you this time because I wanted to ask you for help. Of course, the rewards will certainly not be small. MANHWA. Calm. The mighty one seems to be talking to the black wolf. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. If you want to know, just ask. If you don't want to, the mighty one will definitely answer. Oh, I plan to go to the Viking camp in a few days and bring all their supplies back, so I entrust the wolves to help. Well, with so many Vikings, there must be a lot of supplies in their camp. MANHWA. Calm. Snow is difficult to walk, and it is really convenient if you have the help of wolves. The mighty one, when did you come? MANHWA. Calm. Not long ago. What are you doing here compared to this? You have to ask Ragnar about this, he asked me to call them out. Nick told me so. This one is. It doesn't matter, if you meet, let's go back together. MANHWA. Calm. The date agreed by Qin Tian and the wolves was 3 days later. During this time, he needed to prepare the sleds needed to carry the goods. So that night, Qin Tian told everyone about his plan and arranged corresponding work. MANHWA. Calm. In the next 2 days, the camp became busy again. Everyone started preparing sleds and towing ropes. For Ellen and others who stayed in the camp, it was very exciting. When Qin Tian and the others went out to fight, they could only stay in the camp, and now they can help, which makes their mentality a lot more balanced. Visit and read this manhwa at com. The number of wolves is about 30. Taking into account the strength required when pulling a sled, it is probably a configuration of 4 wolves and 1 sled. MANHWA. Com. In other words, 8 sleds need to be made, and the workload is not too large. Qin Tian and the others only spent 2 days to make them. MANHWA. Com. 3 days later. The mighty one, what kind of heavenly item are you holding in your hand? You can make such a sharp and loud sound. Don't our tribe have bone whistles, or bone flutes? Shaking head. The Lada tribe is even more backward than I thought. This thing is called a whistle. It is made of bamboo. The method of making it is very simple. Just take a piece of bamboo and cut a small cut diagonally on it. Find a solid tree branch, cut out a plug with an inclined surface, and then insert the plug into the blow hole, and leave a suitable gap. Then, it is done. MANHWA. Com. When blowing in, the airflow enters a gradually narrow gap from the blowing hole. At this time, the airflow speed becomes faster and faster. Blow hole sound hole resonance cavity schematic diagram of bamboo whistle sound com. Qin Tian. You're here. Wow. What a handsome wolf. Visit and read this manhwa at com1. I have never seen a wolf in all black. MANHWA. Com. According to genetics, generally speaking, black fur wolves are the unique color produced by the mutation of gray wolves and domestic dogs during the crossbreeding, and they are transmitted back to the wolf pack through wolf-dog crosses. According to genetics. Domestic dog. Is there anyone else on this island? Not necessarily, perhaps purely natural genetic mutations are also possible. That's right, after all, this island is so unbelievable, it wouldn't make people surprised that the golden wolf and the red wolf appear. Brother, look, the other wolves have been trapped, so you are the only one. MANHWA. Com. Turned and left. MANHWA. Calm. MANHWA. Calm. How long will you be away this time? MANHWA. Calm. With the help of the wolves, I can save a lot of time on the road and can come back in 2 days at most. Have a safe trip. MANHWA. Calm, let's go. Yeah. That's cool. Be quiet, Aruba. MANHWA. Calm. If he could be quiet, he wouldn't be Aruba. The Mighty One. MANHWA. Calm. MANHWA. Calm. MANHWA. Calm forgot to say that if you kill someone, you will also go to the underworld of Heim. Go to. As long as I put down the butcher knife, I will be able to become a Buddha right away. I can't think of it. Dissipate. Calm. The Mighty One, are you okay? Why do you ask? Because the witch makes the adults look very tired. That should be the reason why there is no rest. Here we are. I remember you said that the fog in the swamp disappears only when the seasons are exchanged, right? Is it the same in winter? MANHWA. Calm. Winter is no exception and the longest time will not exceed 3 days. It is the first time that it has disappeared so long as this time. Since the day when the white mist disappeared, it has been 10 days since the white mist disappeared. It stands to reason that the white mist should have reappeared long ago. Will there be laws that we don't know? For example, the white fog will disappear for a long time every few years. It would be nice if it disappeared forever. What Nick said is not unreasonable. After all, the lot of people have only been on the island for 3 years. MANHWA. Calm. If the white fog disappears for a long time every 4 years, Nick and the others can't find it. But it's useless to struggle with this now. The most important thing right now is to rush the Viking camp before the sun goes down. If we don't want to sleep in the wild tonight, we better continue on our way. Originally, even if Qin Tian and the others went lightly, they could not reach the pirate camp in 1 day. MANHWA. Calm. Especially in this winter, when the snow cover is deep and it is difficult to move, the forward speed will be greatly affected. But with the help of wolves, all this is no longer a problem. MANHWA. Calm. Earlier than Qin Tian expected, the team arrived at the Viking pirate camp in the afternoon. But this does not mean that they can rest there. For the rest of the time, everyone should hurry up and start setting up tents. MANHWA. Calm. As for why, instead of staying in existing camps, we have to set up tents. This is naturally because the lot of people's hatred of Viking pirates has reached the point where they hate everything related to Viking pirates. After you find the materials, remember to sort them out and don't pile them together. MANHWA. Calm. Haha, Captain, with your cautious character, the tent you live in should be the least eye-catching one. However, in the previous night attacks, I think you should do the opposite again, blatantly making your tent the most suspicious. MANHWA. Calm. For example, this. Bingo. Captain, you only think of me on the 1st floor, but in fact I am on the 5th floor. MANHWA. Calm. Open woe. The captain has a lot of net worth. The value of this box has already caught up with my small goal of 100 million yuan. MANHWA. Calm. But these are just some tattered things, and I have fished a lot in the river. Leave. Ha. What is this? Treasure map. MANHWA. Calm. This. I really can't figure out why my father would follow Fred willingly, a timid leader like a rabbit. I have had enough to go to Russia to rob every year. It's so barren, it's not what I want. It is expected that I have to find a way to kill the leader and become the owner of this ship. As for the problem of going forward, I have found the legendary sun stone. As long as I have it, even on a cloudy day, I can find the way forward. Sure enough, it's by nature, it's cruel to be a child. PRRK.B.7.415 though. Hehe, a pirate who loves to write diaries, interesting. Gar Pip HR 4717 KK.B1. P1417 RK.B.7. I am a brother. Just today. This makes me feel sick. Because that thing is like a rock in a pit. Black. Crumpled. As disgusting as Tass. If anyone else knows that I have this brother, I will be ridiculed. Damn, why do I think of Tux? That guy is so disgusting, he always likes to do things with women. Like a boar in heat. Today is a memorable day. After more than a month of sailing. Although we have not reached the rich land of the West. But I met Westerners. It should be Westerners. We have never been to the West, but the appearance of those people is different from ours, their skin is fair and tender. Especially those women who are plump. This made me extremely excited. Since the death of the lioness, I haven't had this kind of pleasure for a long time. But what excites me most is the boat of this group of people. The ship of the Westerners is very big. The ship I'm proud of is in front of it. It's like the gap between a baby and an adult. This makes me extremely excited. If I can own this ship, I will definitely be able to reach the rich West land. Visit and read this manhwa at com to support DHE translation team. It is a pity that during the battle I burned the ship, but I believe that if we continue to sail west, we will definitely encounter other big ships. But before that, I have to summon some more men. According to historical records, the first invasion of the West by Viking pirates was at the end of the 8th century. MANHWA. Judging from the content mentioned in this diary, Samundsen should come from this time. MANHWA. Not old. Until now. I still can't believe it, I actually got a map with the Fountain of Youth hidden. I think it must be extremely sacred. Watching me and guiding me. Right. Yes, the black bird seen on the sea today is precisely because of it. I just found this map. Not old spring. The magical spring that can make people immortal in the legend. I must get it. The road to the south is really long. Fortunately, I made enough preparations before I set off. But even so. Within 1 month of departure, I lost more than 100 crew members. MANHWA. According to the route, there is still a long time to reach the island. When I think of not hearing the sweet screams for a long time, I feel itchy all over. Maybe I should find some excuses. Start with the crew on board. Leviathan, yes. Although I haven't seen it in its entirety, it does not match the description in the legend. But I am sure that it is the legendary sea monster. There is no other animal in the deep sea that is bigger than it, more ferocious than the official. MANHWA. The encounter with Leviathan caused heavy losses to my fleet, and nearly half of the crew died. But I was excited, because that was the test before getting the Fountain of Youth. After passing the test, I came to this island, a few months earlier than expected. The island appeared out of thin air, but this undoubtedly proved that this is a magical island. Only on such an island can there be a fountain of immortality. MANHWA. We have been on this island for a period of time. During this period, we have been constantly searching for the whereabouts of the Fountain of Youth and at the same time interrogating the group of indigenous people. But because of the language barrier, I cannot be sure whether they can understand what I mean. I can only try to communicate with them by drawing pictures. However, their mouths were very hard. Even if they were beaten to death, they still did not reveal any information, but I know. They are deceiving me. Because after I went ashore, I found God's ring, which completely shows that God has been to this place. This is not the biggest oolong in the world. MANHWA. Judging from the diary, Samundsen also came to this deserted island after a sudden storm. This is the same as me and Jessica. Samundsen was afraid that this deserted island was not regarded as an island marked on the map. But what makes people more concerned about is the ring mentioned in the diary, the ring of God. There are fine cracks, but it's still usable. Since then, I've been playing with the God's ring all the time. The ring is so beautiful and alluring. I have never seen such a thorough gem like this before. HX War Pip Thidikidel, and at the eye, this ring seems to be able to sense my urgency. Today it has released all symbols from God's domain. Should be a kind of text diddly thiddy 17. rk.b.7. Stidit to R1. War pip com. It is completely different from our writing, it is so delicate and beautiful. It's a pity that God symbols are too obscure, and the light lasts only a short while, so I only remembered two of the simplest symbols, and I drew them down. This is. Be sure to find the ring. Perhaps, I am about come into contact with the biggest secret hidden behind this desert island. Yarp. rk.b.7.1.p7.r rk.b.14.5 Perry 7th. After working all night, Chin Tian and the others almost turned the entire pirate camp upside down, and all the useful and useless were searched out. Even the tent was not let go. All the animal skins on it were stripped off, leaving only the empty shelves, which were also burned by a fire before leaving. The gains from this trip were much more than Chin Tian expected, so that after putting all the supplies on the sled, they had no seats. But fortunately, there are sleds. Although the speed of the return journey is not as fast as when they came, it was not much slower. 2 days later, they returned to the camp safely. Manhua house. Calm. After the mission was completed, the Black Wolf left with the group. Chin Tian repeatedly invited them to stay, but unfortunately they were all refused. They didn't look back, and left the camp with the reward that Chin Tian had promised. In this regard, Chin Tian was also very helpless. Come play again when you have time. Lamb. Is it lamb? And there is ale. These two kinds of food are not available on the deserted island, and should be the biggest gain from this trip. Master Wizard, where do you want to put these things? Manhua house. Calm. What's in it? Manhua house. Calm. Wow. It's wheat. There is even wheat. This is the real treasure. Visit and read this manhwa at Calm. I seem to smell the scent of wheat bread. Manhua house. Calm. The mighty one, can these things be used? Ah, you are desert residents, you should have never seen such a thing. This is a kind of edible food. Edible. Manhua house. Calm. I haven't finished talking yet. You have to peel and cook before eating, otherwise you won't be able to swallow it at all. Manhua house. Calm. The most important thing is that this wheat can be recycled, as long as it is planted properly. From now on, we will no longer have to worry about food. BD 0102. Is this the ring finger mentioned in the diary? It's very beautiful, and there is a sense of technology that is not clear. Manhua house. Calm. Don't be surprised next. Calm. Just like its appearance, the technology contained in this ring is beyond your imagination. No.njrn. 1MJNX07K John Rai J.EJ2222IOE. COPNJJ. NKTL. ILWEF.0J SNNJK NERJK EGT JODL TX2EJET 1 FE 10 ENF JO 0728 TFF2.HN2J 10S. JZG2MJ1 ITJJS G2MJ1 ICT.JJS7 SU 0751 T7 T JO 1 JW 3X00 DIT EEE 21 Bertui. This is amazing. Is this 3D projection? Manhua house. Calm. No, this is a true holographic projection technology that theoretically uses interference and diffraction principles to record and reproduce real three-dimensional images of objects. Far from it, the kind of pseudo-holography that is realized with the help of holographic film or fog screen, etc. On the market can be compared. No NJRN. 1MJN Rij. EJ222 2IOE. Kopnja TL. ILWEF. 0JSNNJK NHJARC Jodl.TX2EJET.1D0MBJ32701TT016L2L In other words, the technology contained in this ring may have been far ahead of the era that Ellen and I belong to. Visit and read this manhwa at com. No NJRN. Unrij. EJ222KTL 11WEF20J ESCJO at 1.tx2EJet.1 Tinfi. It's a pity that there are unintelligible garbled characters on this screen, otherwise, we might be able to get some useful information from it. 1N6J32701TT016L Jo 2L Imli JJX01 ID 21J11 Tej2J JN2 3 Stoy XMM Jo 0728 TFF2N.N2JTOS 00T1 SFUN 3 H2J11 TQJJS DIT EEE2 TWTRNSL NR 7.SU 0751177 J010W3 Ertuit 90.TCOM. Has the technology of the 21st century reached this level? I want to see with my own eyes what it was like in that era. In fact, this screen is page turning. In addition to this page, there are other pages. M.K, No.NJRNJN NX07AA 09 John Rai JEJ 222 216. Kopnjal, Junktal. MWEF20D Sync New Jo Pad Joat I, TX2EJet 1V.02FNL0EG1N6J3270TT016L Jo 2L Emul C 2017-17-1021 G1 Tej2J, JN2 3XJGHTT WU 0E0728TF. 1.2 JTG OS 00S 380,228 Ij Snr Jor EEE 2T. However, because the ring was damaged, most of the pages were garbled, but some were intact. Yut. For example, this map in front of you. Manhua House. Calm. Is this what this deserted island looks like? Is it my illusion? How do I feel that the outline of this island is a bit familiar? Manhua House. Calm. Apparently, you are also aware of it. It is not your illusion. I was also surprised the first time I watched it. The reason why you feel familiar is because the outline of this deserted island is very similar to our Chinese treasure island. Hey. Could it be that? I think this is just a coincidence. After all, you have seen that the terrain here is completely different from that of Taiwan Island, and the desert island is far from that big. I accidentally discovered that this map has zooming and positioning functions, and when I zoomed in, I found such a route. Manhua House. Calm. Is this a guide? It is not clear whether it is guiding me, but there must be some secret hidden in the opposite peninsula. For example, this. Zoom. Oh my god. What is this place? On the opposite peninsula, there are such magnificent buildings. From the map, this building is indeed located on the peninsula where Nick and the others were originally located, but unfortunately, I haven't seen it. Manhua House. Calm. Maybe we can ask Nick and the others. After all, they have lived there for a long time. A miracle is simply a miracle. Manhua House. Calm. How is it? Have you seen it? In my memory, I have never seen such a house. Have you seen it, Nick? But this location looks like the place where the Tianking is located, right? Manhua House. Calm. With that said, this is indeed the place where the Tianking is located. But I remember, there are no houses near Tianking. Tianking. What is that place? A big hole. A big hole that runs through the island. Big hole. But there are no big holes on the map, right? It was supposed to be the place where the building complex was, but there was a big hole. Could it be that it was left after the building complex disappeared? It seems that after the winter, we have to go to the scene to see it. It has been half a month since Qin Tian and the others returned from the pirate camp. During this time, Qin Tian and the others were recuperating and living a comfortable life. Probably because of the pleasant environment on the deserted island and proper rest, Qin Tian and their injuries healed so quickly. It is estimated that in 1 month, they will be able to fully recover. Unbelievable, such a serious injury. It is reasonable to say that at least half a year of cultivation, and now it is almost healed. This situation is undoubtedly happy to see, especially for Qin Tian. When he is just half injured, he can't help but start running around. Manhua House. Calm. After nearly 2 months, I should be able to produce some nitrate. I often go to the forest to find the black wolves to blow water and fart to strengthen their feelings. Look, we have known each other for so long, but I don't know your name. It's weird and troublesome to call it. How about I think of a name for you? Your whole body is as black as ink, except that the fur around your eyes is white. How about making you roll your eyes? Isn't it very cool? White-eyed wolf. Chin Tian, you just admit that you are naming. But let alone, I don't know if Chin Tian's gagging played the role, or for other reasons, the number of black wolves visiting the camp has also increased. MANHWA. Calm. In the beginning, the wolves only moved around the camp. After a short half-month, the black wolves gradually approached the camp. It turned out to be discovered by Abiilu's little children, and then there was no more. MANHWA. Calm. 2 months later. MANHWA. Calm. The mighty one asked make this thing called stone mill to grind wheat into this fine powder. This kind of wheat flour, grinded by hand, feels a bit rough. Therefore, we have to grind a few more times and beat the flour finely before rolling it into the dough. The mighty one, you are back. MANHWA. Calm. Is all the flour ready? It can be done before noon. Hurry up, let's have dumplings tonight. MANHWA. Calm. The mighty one seems to be in a good mood today. Since the pirates have been dealt with, he has rarely been spotted smiling so heartily. It should be because of the banquet tonight. Mondeos. Calm. What is in the box of the mighty one? MANHWA. Calm. Is this fireworks? Fireworks. Today is New Year's Eve. Time is so fast. Yes, New Year's Eve, I count every day. I don't know what happened to my parents at home. Don't think too much, they are definitely better than us now, maybe they are eating New Year's Eve dinner beautifully. Calm. MANHWA. Calm. Flowers bloom in the night sky. How did you do that? So beautiful. People who have become stars must be able to see them. MANHWA. Calm. No wonder you were so mysterious during this period of time that you prepared fireworks behind your back. How, is this a surprise? One Chin Tian, you are amazing. You can make such beautiful fireworks. In fact, it is not difficult to make fireworks. In general, just wrap the prepared gunpowder tightly in paper. What I really want to say is that the color and blooming shape of the fireworks will be a bit more troublesome. In terms of color, it should be a flame reaction, right? Yes, using certain metals or their compounds to make the flame show a special color when burned in a colorless flame. You can make light beads of different colors. In addition, adding carbon powder, phosphor powder, and iron powder to the light beads can also make small flashes, small bright stars and other shapes. What is light bead? It is the black projectile in the firework. The color we see comes from it. There are many ways to make it, and I made it by mixing starch and prepared gunpowder. In addition, the shape of fireworks depends on the arrangement and combination of light beads. If they are closely arranged into a spherical shape, the corresponding is spherical fireworks, and if they are star-shaped, the corresponding is star-shaped fireworks. It is a pity that metal resources are scarce on desert islands. I can only use salt as sodium powder to make yellow fireworks. The color may be a bit us. MANHWA. Calm. When making fireworks, you must have tried a lot of combinations, right? The hands are hurt. MANHWA. Calm. But it's all worth it, isn't it? Does anyone need dumplings? Ilu, can you help me with canned food? This thing called dumplings is too delicious. MANHWA. Calm. When eating, don't talk, your saliva will fly out. This malt tastes completely different from wine. The tribe hasn't been so happy in a long time. This is all brought by the mighty one. I said, Kata, why do you always keep a sullen face? In our place, according to your figure, a casual smile of yours will definitely attract a lot of girls. MANHWA. Calm. Kata, why don't you drink? Come on, drink a little, this malt tastes really good. Don't worry. The pirates have been killed by us, so there is no need to be so wary. I only drink one. I feel that today the mighty one is a bit different from usual. This should be venting emotions. Qin Tian will be fine, won't he? MANHWA. Calm. Father, you can't drink anymore. Hurry, let me go, I still want to drink. Kata, why is there still wine in this glass? Yes, do you want to raise whales? MANHWA. Calm. As a result, we didn't pay much attention to it, and in the end it became like this. We were negligent. I will cook some ginger water in the kitchen to hang over Qin Tian. In the meantime, could you help me take care of him? MANHWA. Calm. Although I know that I may not be able to help much, but if possible, I want to hear and want to know what kind of pressure you are now under. Ellen. Are you dizzy? The former schoolgirl was actually taking care of me. If the 3 boys in the dormitory knew about this, they would definitely envy my father and me. MANHWA. Calm. Damn. What's wrong? Do you have a headache? It's okay, it's just the wine. Sister Jessica is cooking ginger water. I'm going to check on her. MANHWA. Calm. MANHWA. Calm. Qin Tian. Ellen, I killed someone. Ellen's heart trembled when she heard this, but she quickly calmed down. MANHWA. Calm. Ellen kept watching Qin Tian's abnormality during this period. Although Qin Tian didn't say anything, she could know the reason for this. It can be said that when Qin Tian decided to return to the tribe with Nick a long time ago, she had already expected this to happen. Ellen, I'm a bad guy. Seeing Qin Tian crying like a child, Ellen's heart throbbed. Ellen and Qin Tian both live in a society under the rule of law. It can be said that the idea of murder had never appeared in their minds before they came to the desert island. Listen to, Qin Tian, listen MANHWA. Calm. This part of the reason is that they fear the law, but fundamentally, they are all kind-hearted people. However, the thought that had never appeared before became a reality one day. For Qin Tian, it was tantamount to a breakdown of himself. It is for this reason that Qin Tian has been tortured by his own conscience since this period of time. Thanks to his strength, he has not been defeated. You are not the bad guy, the pirate is the bad guy, you are the hero who killed the pirate. But there is always a threshold. Under the paralysis of alcohol, Qin Tian's defenses are loosened, and the backlog of pain is like a flood bursting a bank. You protected everyone, you are a hero. I am a hero. In fact, Ellen's heart is also extremely painful. She and Qin Tian came to this deserted island together and spent the most difficult time together. It can be said that they support each other spiritually. Yes, you are a hero, you are a hero. MANHWA. Calm. But with this matter alone, she couldn't help much, especially Qin Tian suffered this kind of pain for them. The feeling of weakness pierced Ellen's heart. She didn't know whether it was useful or not. At least it was performed in TV series. She didn't know whether it could be passed on. She would accompany Qin Tian's determination no matter what. MANHWA. Calm. Is it better? MANHWA. Calm. Ellen, the ginger is ready. Visit and read this manhwa at Calm. You guys. Qin Tian said that if he wanted to be alone, let's go out first. But what about this ginger water? Phew. The dragon-slaying hero was restrained by the dragon soul, and broke free from the cage under the kiss of the goddess, and finally left behind an epic legend. This is disgusting. Looking at your relaxed look, don't you think that killing yourself is really right? Don't you realize that you are deceiving yourself? MANHWA. Calm. Maybe, but after Ellen reminded me, I realized that I was more afraid of losing them than my hands were covered with blood. Moreover, your fate is entirely retribution. As for you, it's just my illusion. What are you beeping here? Get out of my head. Manhwa. Calm. Ellen's comfort is still very useful. Although it cannot be said that Qin Tian has no guilt in his heart, one thing is certain, that is, he can now look directly at what he has done. It's too strange. Why did Qin Tian suddenly become energetic? After packing up, Qin Tian stopped being decadent and began to design sailing boats. Manhwa. Calm. During this period, Qin Tian took time to go to the swamp, but after more than 2 months passed, the fog still disappeared. After thinking about it, he made a decision to hunt the Titan python. It seems that the white mist has really disappeared. Since the ring pointed to the opposite peninsula, Qin Tian decided to go to the opposite peninsula to stroll around. The way, as before, was by boat. But now that the white fog disappears, going straight across is undoubtedly the best and safest choice. As for the Titan python's current Qin Tian, he doesn't care at all. With so many clansmen, with arrows, he has full confidence to kill it without casualties. Prepared, time passed quietly, and soon it was early spring. The wolves were generally still arrogant and not so easy to tame. After the cold winter, the wolves left the camp with a blank eye. Manhwa. Calm. Although Qin Tian was a little bit reluctant to give up, there was nothing he could do, and he believed that during this period of time with the wolves, they had already become friends. It doesn't make much difference whether the wolves stay in the camp. Wetlands. It's raining again, so I can't go out to play. It's so boring. If you are bored, you can find the whereabouts of the Titan python. I'm not bored. Not bored. See calm. This should be the 7th day. It seems that the time for Titan python to end hibernation was later than expected. I really want to see Titan python sooner. Fortunately, this wooden house was built, so there is no need to worry about being drenched in the rain. Appear. Manhwa. Calm. Calm. Visit and read this manhwa at calm. Manhwa. Calm. Haven't seen you for a long time. Are you doing well this time? Why? Can't you remember my old friend? That's too sad. Manhwa. Calm. It seems that I remembered it, and it was still so enthusiastic. Did not live up to the sumptuous wine I prepared for you. Manhwa. Calm. Go. Manhwa. Calm. It's running away. Manhwa. Calm. Pakuma. Let's go together. Don't let it have a chance to breathe. The host kills the Titan and gets 3,000 points as a reward. Unexpectedly, we actually killed the snake. The mighty one is here. Isn't this a certainty? Why are there such points? I remember that I was rewarded with 5,000 points when I escaped the chase of the Titan python. Could it be that the difficulty of the task was reduced because of the help of other people? Finally saw the true face of Titan python. Ha! I want to study it. Manhwa. Calm. It's a bit fragrant. I don't know what it smells like. Wipe off your saliva. This is a snake that has eaten many of our people. May you rest in peace. Manhwa. Calm. As nightmarish behemoths on the desert island, Qin Tian and the others successfully killed it in less than half an hour. This is just as Qin Tian expected. With their current human and material resources, it is simply not too easy to deal with the Titan python. After killing the Titan python, they did not stay, but continued to deep into the swamp, intending to take Jessica's plane back. If there is really any treasure on the desert island, it is undoubtedly Jessica's plane. After all, there is only one on the desert island. Manhwa. I won't mention whether it can fly or not. The instruments on the plane and the production materials are worthy of Qin Tian and the others' efforts. Is this thing called a flying machine? It looks like a big bird. The propellers and wings are damaged to varying degrees, and the fuel in the fuel tank has leaked out. Fortunately, the engine was not damaged, but according to the current situation, it is impossible to fly. MANHWA. Calm. Let's take it home first. During World War II, the legendary bomber and ant bomber made by the United Kingdom were made of wood. Maybe we can fix it with wood. So heavy. It's so heavy. Kata, have you tried hard? The mighty one, we seem to be unable to get it onto the trolley. Of course, the plane is so heavy, how can it be lifted manually? Lift it up, lift it up. Move to the trolley quickly. Lift up slightly, the plane is so heavy but it still can be lifted. The physique of the lot of people far exceeds the level of normal people. They didn't drink any strange potions, right? Noon, the mighty one, what is this? This is a simple hoist made of pulley blocks. It can help us lift the plane with less effort. MANHWA. Calm. Really? Just rely on these wheels. It's incredible. The pulley block uses the principle of leverage, and each movable pulley can save us 1/2 of the force, that is to say, 3 movable pulleys can save us nearly 5/6 of the force. To put it simply, that is our strength will increase 6 times. MANHWA. Calm. I see. Let's try it quickly. They didn't understand it at all. Absolutely. MANHWA. Calm. Pull up, calm. The plane was pulled up. So easy. It doesn't take much effort at all. Later, you will take the plane and go back. I plan to go to the sinkhole with Kata first to see what's going on. Be careful on the road. According to the map, the distance between the sinkhole and the marshland was a full day. If they walked at a normal speed, Qin Tian and others would not even reach the Tiankan. They would not even be able to get out of the marshland. MANHWA. Calm. Therefore, after parting with Ellen and the others, Qin Tian and team sprinted all the way. After all, there are ferocious swamp crocodiles in this swamp, so staying overnight here is not a good choice. It was earlier than expected. Before dark, Qin Tian and the others not only walked out of the swamp, but also returned to the previous Lada tribe. MANHWA. Calm. However, due to a long period of vacancy, dust was everywhere in the tribe. Although there were ready-made thatched huts, Qin Tian and the others propped up the tent. The second day. MANHWA. Calm. Could it be that I heard the hallucinations? I seem to hear the sound of the waves washing. Oh, the mighty one, there is a chinking in front of you. This is the Tiankan. Calm. Although I have been here several times, every time I come, people will feel their own insignificance. Good deed, this can be called a miracle, and it deserves the name of a Tiankan. Judging from the map, our current location should be right in front of the building complex, but there is no shadow of any building nearby. Now this ring has an arrow pointing to the sea surface. Does any of you know what's under the Tiankan? MANHWA. Calm, the mighty one, do you want to go down? I think, but the rock wall is smooth and steep, whether it's going down or up is a big question. I advise you not to go down, it is too dangerous below, the water surface looks calm, but in fact it is an undercurrent surging. You've been down there already. All the warriors in the tribe have gone down. This is the test given to us by the spirit of the earth. What is a test of the earth spirit? Every piece of earth has its own earth spirit. If a tribe wants to survive on this earth, they must send tribal warriors to stand the test of the earth spirit and gain the approval of the earth spirit. When we set foot on this land and found the Tiankan, the patriarch was called by the spirit of the earth and conveyed the content of the assessment. Summoning. I'm sure this is your subjective conjecture. In order to prove that our people have the courage and strength to live on the desert island, we need to find the marker stone that the patriarch threw into the seabed. From the moment of entering the water, before the head emerges, the stone must be found to pass the test. Although it was dangerous to do so, we finally completed the test. I am really speechless. Forget it. Then how deep is the sea bottom under this pit? Have you seen any strange buildings? Oh, it's a strange house. At that time, I only looked for the marker stone, and did not pay attention to the surrounding situation. 2. At that time there were also Viru, Aruba and Pakuma siblings. Maybe after you go back, the mighty one, you can ask them. It seems that I can only go back first. After one experience of crossing the swamp, Qin Tian learned well, and when he returned, he did not cross the swamp straightly. Manhwa's. Go this way. With the convenience of the map, Qin Tian planned an easier route in advance, and proceeded in a roundabout way. Although the route has become longer in this way, the speed has been greatly improved, even faster than when they went there. Qin Tian and the four returned to the camp at noon the next day. After receiving a communication from Sand Sculpture, Ellen and the others had been waiting in front of the camp early. After returning to the camp, Qin Tian did not immediately rest but called a group of people from Aruba to walk to the kitchen together, thinking about asking about the situation under the Tiankang. How? Is there any gain? Be it, I will tell you later. Manhwa's. Calm. Is it a special building? I didn't see it. However, the environment under the Tiankang is a bit special. Special. Well, compared with other places, the bottom of the Tiankang is very clean, and there are hardly any plants. By the way, there is a deeper black hole under the Tiankang. Black hole. What kind of black hole? A very big black hole is not bottomed out, and even sunlight cannot penetrate it. I also discovered it by accident. First the sinkhole and then the black hole, and the ring points to the bottom of the sinkhole. Sure enough, I can only go down to find out. What about you, Aruba, have you found any strange things or places? Ahaha. He was the first to surface. And only lasted 3 minutes. Manhwa's. 3 minutes is not long enough. Forget it, you can't treat them as ordinary people, but this reminds me that if you want to dive, you have to prepare well. Since the day when Qin Tian decided to go to the sinkhole, he has been busy making oxygen cylinders in preparation for diving. Manhwa's. The production of the oxygen cylinder is not difficult, just pour molten iron into the mold and pour it into shape. It is relatively difficult to manufacture bottle mouth check valves. Although there are not many parts, they are very small and require high mold opening accuracy, otherwise, the demolded parts will have great problems in combination. Manhwa's. In contrast, the production of pumps is much more cumbersome. Fortunately, the pump is not like an oxygen cylinder. You only need to make 2 or 3, and the workload is much less. The host gets 500 points for making oxygen cylinders. The host makes a pump and gets 500 points as a reward. Visit and read this manhwa at com. It's easy, I can do it by myself. I am very optimistic about you, come on. When the air pressure in the bottle gets higher and higher, pumping up will become more and more difficult. And the bottle will become hotter and hotter. That's why I put the oxygen cylinder in the ice water, lowering the temperature of the bottle, and at the same time cooling the air as much as possible, and pumping more gas into the bottle. However, it is a pity that with human strength alone, the injected gas can only last for 10 minutes of breathing at most. It's strange how it is getting more and more laborious. Manhwa's. Ragnar, did you exert any effort? I have already done my best. Manhwa's. Visit and read this manhwa at com to support the translation team. You guys take a break and change to the next group. Is it really that strenuous? It took Qin Tian 5 days to make diving equipment. After everything was ready, he took part of the tribe to the sinkhole. Manhwa's. Calm. The physical strength of ordinary tribesmen is not as strong as that of Kata. It took Qin Tian almost 2 days to reach the sinkhole this time. Is this the Tiankan? It's so shocking. On the second day after arriving at the sinkhole, Qin Tian and the others collected wood and prepared to build a large multi-hull under the sinkhole to prepare for diving. Come and get your hands on it. Harder. Harder. Days later. Calm. Are you all ready? Be careful. Bashing. I'm so envious, I haven't dived for a long time. It's not bad to see the scenery here. Being in this sinkhole always gives people a feeling that the center of the world is here. I thought it would be very deep, but I didn't expect it to bottom out as soon as I entered the water. It seems that the water depth here should not exceed 30 meters. MANHWA. Calm. If nothing else, the direction the ring is pointing should be the location of the black hole. As Pohama said, the bottom of the sea is really clean, and there is no small fish in sight. MANHWA. Calm. However, judging from so many dead corals around, this place should have been a gathering place for fish once, and I don't know what happened. It has become like this. Isn't this black hole going straight to hell, right? It's totally invisible. Do you want to go down? The answer is near. We can't just go back like this. Is this the place where the spirit of the water lives? A miracle is definitely a miracle. This is the building complex shown on the map. It's weird, is it my illusion? I feel that the pressure on my body is much less when I get close to this complex. It seems that this is the destination, but the door is closed tightly, and it seems that you can't get in. Calm. Somewhere in the building at this time. MANHWA. Calm. What the hell is this? The mighty one. Shall we go in? This building looks very big, and it takes more than half an hour to search for it all. The oxygen in the oxygen cylinder is definitely not enough. MANHWA. Calm. And I don't know what is going on here. Is there any danger? I can only go back and make plans. Puffling 0. MANHWA. Calm. What's up? It's all here. The door opened, and you all just let it slip away like this. Do human beings now have any spirit of exploration? Come in for me. MANHWA. Calm. What's happening? 0. Calm. HAA. The mighty one, are you all right? I'm okay. In other words, where are we now? Are we floating on the surface? No, the white clouds and sky are all fake, similar to the image displayed on the electronic screen. If nothing else, we should be in the building now. This is amazing, so what should we do next? MANHWA. Calm. Now that we have lost our direction, it is impossible to swim back the same way, but fortunately the ring still has a guide. You can only follow the instructions and take care to tighten the valve of the oxygen cylinder. Maybe you can still use it when you go back. How long did we swim? MANHWA. Calm. About half an hour. It's been a while, the mighty mistress must have been worrying a lot. Compared to this, I want to say that I am hungry. It's a pity that here is the same as the outside, it's all clean and there is nothing. If only there are fish, any fish will do. After swimming for so long, the energy consumed is huge. In addition to maintaining body temperature, the energy consumption is faster than usual. You have to quickly find a place to stay. Look there. MANHWA. Calm. Damn, Ragnar, you crow's mouth. The fish is here, but who eats who? MANHWA house. Calm low defense system damage. Wow. It's been so many years. I didn't expect the sharks in the aquarium laboratory to be alive. Could it be that the experiment was a success? The defense system is damaged. It can only be based on the good fortune of these three people. Megalodon, with an average length of 14 meters and a weight of 40 tons, is one of the largest predators in history. The maximum bite force is 20 tons, and its mouth bite force exceeds that of T-Rex. Living in the late Miocene 15 million years ago to the early Pleistocene 6 million years ago, it is a top predator. What the hell? Damn it. MANHWA house. Calm, screw you. You hold me up, keep on swimming. If this continues, the oxygen will not work. Sooner or later the oxygen in the cylinder will be used up and you will have to think about other ways. MANHWA house. Calm. Look over there. What? Quickly, like me, hold the oxygen cylinder and open the valve to the maximum. Grab it. MANHWA house. Calm. The mighty one, look over there. Glass windows. MANHWA house. Calm, hurry, DNA down to see if there is any exit. It's really impossible to smash it open with oxygen cylinder. MANHWA house. Calm. MANHWA house. Calm. There are many precision instruments that I have never seen before, just like the crazy science laboratory in science fiction movies. Is the Megalodon the masterpiece here? Wait. There are also Titan pythons on desert islands, sword-toothed tigers, and sure pandas. This. MANHWA house. Calm. It's not safe here yet, you have to leave quickly. Since it is a laboratory, there will definitely be an export. 1, 2, 3, pull. Is this MANHWA house? Calm. The door opened. Pull it fast. This door is too heavy. It must have been soaked in seawater for a long time, and the shaft has been rusted to death. The shark is chasing, you guys go in first. MANHWA house. Calm. Quick. Kata. Give me your hand. Close the door quickly, don't let it in. Fortunately, the direction of the door is to open outwards. If it is to open inwards, it is impossible to stop this megalodon with the strength of the three of us alone. But this stalemate is not a solution, if another megalodon comes. MANHWA house. Calm. This is another megalodon hitting the iron gate over there, clamping this megalodon even tighter. Let me go, so you are such a pig teammate. Should I call you Shark, or Shark B? MANHWA house. Calm. Dead. Dead. I can't die anymore. There is one last shark left, what should we do now? MANHWA house. Calm. Signal Lod hey. What do you mean? Right now. Oh. I see. Repeat the same trick. So, it's not wrong to call you Shark B. MANHWA house. Calm. The experiment was a success. But the megalodon shark that was reproduced seems to have a low IQ. But fortunately, the people are okay. As long as I pass the Schwanwell Hall, I can meet them. I hope I won't encounter the big tooth fish again, I'm running out of strength. Don't worry, sharks are very sensitive to blood. If there were sharks nearby, they would have appeared early. Let's go, although the shark is gone, we still have to find a way to get out. MANHWA house. Calm. Hearing Chin Tian's words, both Kata and Ragnar breathed a sigh of relief. Although the shark was eliminated through the cracks, it also greatly consumed their physical strength. If they meet any other sharks, they have no strength to deal with it. Fortunately,